I gotta get out of this grass, and if this grass is tied up in my other line, trouble. Trouble. You're probably thinking you're on the wrong channel because Tim and I are camping and it's not raining and it's not windy. There aren't a bunch of bugs. In fact, I can't find a downside yet. Can you, Tim?
I'm just sitting here waiting for it.
There's no suffering yet.
I don't want to get too excited.
Something very wrong is going on here. So I don't really know. We had a spectacular day of fishing yesterday, and I was all stoked because I was going to have some really good footage and try and put together another solid video here again, because I know it's been a minute since anything good has gone up. So I was excited, you know, excited about having a good day of fishing, excited about getting some solid video, and went to pull the video files off the card here this morning, and I don't know, the camera was recording yesterday, the indicator light was blinking, and all I have are a bunch of videos of me and Spencer from like 3 weeks ago, so not sure even what I'm going to have to work with. Okay, so I typically run 2 cameras on my kayak when I'm out on the water, and each one serves a very specific purpose. This is my action cam. I reach up and turn it on anytime there's something interesting going on. The nice thing about this camera is not only is it close and easy to turn on, but it's very portable. I can lift it up out of this pour. I have mounts all around where I can put it in, so I can get it, I can move it, I can put it exactly where it needs to be so that I can point it directly at the action that I want to capture. Its primary function is to add visual interest and break up the monotony of a single shot. You can think of this as, you know, the side dish, the French fries, or maybe the seasoning. That brings us to the bow cam. The bow cam is farther away and runs all the time in dash cam mode. In order to do that, it's powered by an external battery that I have mounted here inside the hatch. Since it's always running, it captures everything from start to finish. So its primary function is to be a standard point of reference and provide continuity for the interesting things that happen over the course of the day. You can think of this camera as the cheeseburger, the main course. It provides the bulk of the footage, and this camera adds the seasoning to make it more interesting to watch. The problem is, this is the camera that failed, and without this camera, all I have are clips that just jump right to the action with no sense of beginning or anything leading up to it, which is kind of a challenge to work with. But we caught some nice fish, and I don't want to just scrap the video that I do have, so I'm going to do my best to package something together that's interesting and entertaining for you all. You're welcome. So it's the first weekend of August, and you might be thinking, like most people are probably thinking, dog days and deep water if you're going to find fish. And that may end up being the case, but fish in shallow water are typically more active and typically easier to catch. So you always want to start by just checking the shallows and ruling it out. So that's what we're doing. We're starting off here, first things first, in a big shallow area. And we're going to get out, we're going to put some bait under some floats, we're going to keep moving, try and find some active fish. If we find some, we'll sit on them and, you know, see if we can work the pattern. And if we go, you know, through the better part of the day and we don't find any active fish, then we'll reassess and then maybe make a move out to deeper water. That's the plan. Oh, we're about to get on the board. Told you I had a good feeling over here. Big guy here. Oh yeah, this is a nice fish. He didn't like fight like crazy, but man, he's a good fish. Look here. Fish with shoulders right here. He doesn't want to come up though. He's a little green. We'll let him wear out a little bit. Fish has a noggin. Oh, good Lord. Right?
That's a dandy.
Yeah.
Wow. 15
That
pounds?
is a nice fish right there.
That is a nice fish.
He got some shoulders on him. Look at that head.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a head.
He got a big old head.
Cool. Good.
All right. That's how you start the day right there. Yeah. That's all right. That is a darn nice fish. Look at the head on him. He's got a noggin. All right. And away he goes. Just like that. Okay, now's probably a good time to point out too that I don't really get at target like big slob channel cats all that often. You know, they get over 15 pounds here where I live, but it's rare. I mean, it's not very often that you catch one that big. You don't go looking for them like on purpose here, really. So, you know, when I do get to catch them and I see them and how big their heads get, because once they start getting over like 15 pounds, their heads get like monstrous, and I get kind of excited about it, you know? I mean, they're good fish and they're fun to catch, and when I see one and they got that big head, I get excited. In that excitement, I tend to point out the monstrous characteristics of their head frequently on each fish. And I get that. I understand. I know I do it. And this is not an apology. No. Quite the opposite. If you don't get excited each time you catch a big fish, like it's the first time you've caught a big fish, well, that's too bad, because that's a really juicy feeling, and I like it, and I like to have it over and over and over. So just be aware that I'm aware, and I want you to be aware. This will not be the last time you hear me comment about what a giant head that fish has. Tim's getting what they call a Nantucket sleigh ride. The weeds, right? The weeds can pose an issue here in shallow water. That's a fact. Oh yeah. That's what's up. with the camera. Nice. I called it. Almost positive this is a fish. And then I'm not just hung up. Yeah, that's a fish. Fishing in these weeds like this can be... I got trouble. This fish... I'm in a giant... I need to get this entire piece of grass mat off me. I got trouble. God damn it. I got so much grass on this line. I gotta get out of this grass, and if this grass is tied up in my other line, trouble. Trouble. It's always a circus when I hook up. Get out of this. He's not even trying to get in there anymore. I just need to, if I get this off, I just need to get this off. Oh, I think I'm money now. This fish doesn't want to come up. He's taking me in the lily pads. This fish is kind of having his way with me here. Oh no, we gotta get out of the lily pads. Let's go this way. 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 Oh, I'm not crazy about being right up in here. Put some heat on this fish. Okay, come on. Try to end this quickly here before it goes all sorts of sideways on me. Yeah! Oh my lord! This fish. Oh my god. That's a fish! Yeah, I got one. We may have to, please hold. All right, now let's try and get a good look at this here while I'm,
Beautiful fish.
Yeah, man, that's
Another 22 pounder.
we're gonna weigh him, because I gotta tell you, he's friggin' heavy. I mean, for a channel cat. 22.1. Tim called it yesterday on the ride. He said, I'm feeling a 22 pounder. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna give you my phone here, Tim. Shutter. And then we're gonna get him back in. Oh. That is a big old channel cat noggin right there. Okay. Pull it out and get one more shot. We good?
Mm-hmm. Here we go, bud. Sweet fish.
That's a good one. Beauty. Beautiful fish. And there you go. Back where you came. That's money right there.